Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Noni Esti Utami from Chemical Engineering UPN Veteran Jawa Timur with NPM 21031010, and here's my review about Grave of the Fireflies. Grave of the Fireflies is a movie from Ghibli Studio based on true story written by Akiyuki Nosaka about how his real-life experience in the World War II in Japan and how he is facing the death of his sister because of that war. The story was pictured perfectly by the character like Seita and Setsuko, which Seita was the older brother, a teenage boy with a 4 years younger sister, Setsuko. I tried to divide this movie into three parts, which is the first part is the introduction of the character in the movie, the second part is the building emotion in that movie, and the third part is the climax of the movie. The first part was the introduction of the character in the movie, which is going to show us about the scene where Seita's dead body was found in the Kobe train station 21 September 1945. Then we will know that this movie having a backward storyline. The story then moving into how everything was happened before the Seita death, and it was caused the turning life point in his life was happening because of the sudden assault of American by dropping the bomb in Japan causes many fatalities, including the death of his mother. His father wasn't there because he is one of the Marine Army that in the war zone. After that situation, he moved into his outhouse, which is going to be one of the first hard life experience he faced because of the war situation. In the outhouse, he was treated unfairly because of his aunt, and when he get enough from that situation, he moved out from that house, which is going to lead us into the second phase of the film, which is the building emotion. And in the first building emotion that we face is that the secret that Seita tend to keep from Setsuko, which is their brother dad, is finally revealed, and it was because of his aunt. It was happening when the morning come after they're moving in the former mine house, which is they found in their way. In that situation, Seita was crying so hard because he finally know how hard it is and how he tried to keep that secret from her sister, and finally she's find out about that. After that, the second emotional building that we face is that when Setsuko was facing a malnutrition because of that war situation, how she is really sick because only consuming frog from the lake and stolen food from Seita. The second building emotion that we face is when Seita was finally caught by the villager and get beaten up and having a lot of bruises, and still have to facing that his sister is still sick and he can't do nothing about it. He can't do anything about his sister's sick because the doctor says that she doesn't need medicine, she only need a good nutrition. After that, we will face our last part, which is the climax of this movie that lead us into how sad that they were situation, both of them suffering from sick and malnutrition, and we will knowing in the climax that Seita has nobody beside him except Setsuko, because he found out that Japan already surrendered with America, and all the Marine that sent to the war is already drowned with their ships. After that, after knowing that his father already dead, Seita went home with a watermelon just to find out that Setsuko was lying down in their bed trying to swallow marbles because she thought that was a candy that Seita gave to her. After that, Seita was really sad knowing that, and she said to Setsuko just to wait for a second and he will back with the watermelon. But in that scene, we will face the one of the saddest scene in the whole movie that I can't even get rid of my mind, and that is the scene.
節子、遅なってごめん。今白いおかゆさん炊いてあるさかいな。
したいた。あ、止まった。
うまいことかしわも卵も書いたんやで。それからな、節子、何舐めとるんや。これおはじきやろ。ドロップちゃうやんか。今日は兄ちゃんもっとええもんもろてきたんや。節子の大好きなもんやで。
兄ちゃん、どうぞ。
なんや、節子。
ご飯や。おから炊いたもあげましょうね。どうぞ、お上がり。食べへんの？
節子。ほら、スイカや。すごいやろ。盗んだんやないで。スイカや。
おいしい。
待っててや。すぐ卵入りのお客さん作るさかい。スイカここへ置いとくさかいな。な。
兄ちゃん、おおきに。
節子はそのまま目を覚まさなかった。
In that scene, we will know that Setsuko already passed away because the malnutrition. And what I really sad about this film is that Seita has no tear left for Setsuko, and the next day he was just holding Setsuko and buying her basket for the cremation ritual for her, and doing her cremation at the top of the hill. After that cremation, he went really sad and going to the Kobe station, and he got no motivation of living and just died there. What I really like and wanna highlight about this movie is how raw it is and how real it is in real life situation. And what moral value that I could have from this film is that there is no winner or loser in that war situation, because no matter how America is winning the war situation, they even can get rid of their fatalities caused by the war. I mean, war doesn't give us anything but suffering. There is a child that got lost, children that died, a mother that losing his family, a family that losing their member, and it caused by the war. There is no winner in the war. We are all loser when we are facing the war. And what I really want to highlight about this movie is how raw it is and how real it is. There is no sugarcoating in that movie, because how sad that movie is, and I think the character here is real and really showing us about how life situation went like that. And the thing that I want to say in because of this movie is that maybe in another place that there is still going war there, we will face another Seita and Setsuko situation there, because this is the real world. There might be no happy ending for some of us, but that's the real world. That probably while we're doing like this, while I'm recording this video, while I'm editing this video, even uploading this, or even when you see this, there is another Seita and Setsuko in the war zone. That's all from me. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.